Okay, Ravi, you can start the class, and we are going to start the stock transfer. Yeah, you have completed stock
Yes,
transfer
sir.
posting. Today's lecture is stock transport order or stock transfer. Yes, different methods of doing it. Please start. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Today I will perform stock transfer order in SAP S/4HANA. Um, Intra-company means within a company, if there are two plants and we want to send stock or inventory from one plant to another plant, then there are three main methods which I demonstrate in the class. One is one-step process, and the other one is two-step process, and the third one is STO, plant to plant with PO. Like we create purchase order and then we transfer the goods from one plant to another plant. So first of all, I will do one-step process. In one step, I will transfer inventory from one plant to another plant. And in second step, in which two steps are involved, I will transfer inventory from one plant to another plant in two steps. And let's start with one step process. This is the data which I will use to transfer the stock. Company code is this one. Plants are 1110 and 1120. And material is this one, 20964, which I have extended to both plants. In a plant 1110 and 1120. And storage location STO3 of plant this one 1110 and STO3, the storage location which belongs to the plant 1120. So in this process, this is the first process in which we transfer the stock from one plant to another plant, in which we use in MyGo, we use the movement type 301, and the document type we use transfer posting, and then we will see the documents. AD4, we click on AD4 display and we will see the FI documents which has been created after processing this movement type.
They both are in the same company code, Rabia, yeah? 1110 and 1120.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm doing intra-company. These
Okay.
all three methods are intra-company, not inter.
What is the company code? Yeah, what is the company code?
Sir, 1150.
Oh, 1150. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, it is
This
written
one.
there. Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay, here is the, I want to show you something before starting. If you want to check material that if it is extended to both plants or not, we can use T code MM60. Here we will enter our material number and plant. We can enter both plants. Like one plant number one is 1110 and second plant is 1120. Execute this. You can see this material is extended in both plants, means exists in both plants. Plant number 1110 and plant number 1120. Like if we want to check another material number like this material. So it's not extended into the other plant. It's only exists in 1110. So you can check any material when you start to transfer from one plant to another, if it is extended or not. Now, in one step, we will use MIGO, MIGO. Transfer posting. And movement type will be 301. Press enter. And before this, we have to check the stock levels by using T code MMBE. Our material is that we will use to transfer is this one, 64. We will enter plant number. So these are the inventory levels in plant 1110. And we will also open another screen using the same T code MMBE, but we will change the plant. So these are the stock levels in second plant. Now we will transfer from this plant 1110 to 1120. We will transfer 43 units. So it will be clear. Material, we have to enter the material number. Storage location. This is the plant from where we are transferring the material, transferring the material or inventory to destination plant, means plant number 1120. And its storage location is also STO3. Then press enter. This is the material. Now we will transfer 43 units. Now we will check the document. So it's okay. We are using the movement type 301. We have to check again. Yes, movement type is 301. Now post. So the document has been posted. We can save this number, but now we will only check the material levels. So we have transferred 43 units to the other plant. We will refresh this. See, 43 units have been deducted from the unrestricted use. Now we will check other plant that if it has received or not. Refresh it. So see, the unrestricted stock has been increased from 60 units to like added 43 units, and now it's 103. I hope it's clear now. The second one is also one step is remaining, that we have to check the FI documents which has been created for this movement we have used. Here we have to select A04 display, and this one was our document number, I think. Execute or press enter. Okay, now click on document info and FI documents. See, here are two documents has been created, accounting document and material ledger. We can open this and check the info. So this was the amount of the material of 43 units have been transferred to the other plant. Other one is material ledger. So see, here are the 43 units have been deducted from this plant, and 43 has been added to this plant. \n. Now we will do two-step transfer process. It will also proceed in MyGo using the movement type 303. Here we will select transfer posting. And we will use the movement type 303 first and press enter. Transfer posting, if you want to see, it's from storage location to plant. Plant to storage location, first of all. So we will, I will show you the data. We will use this material. Now we will transfer from this material from plant B. So we can say this plant B, and we can say it plant A. Plant B to plant A. Enter the material. From which plant we want to transfer? Plant B to plant A. It's also name is plant B. SPO3. And destination plant is 1110. Press enter. Material. Quantity like 43 units we will transfer back to the previous plant A. Now check the details. So the 303 movement type, check it again. So there will be no error. Yes, movement type is 303. Now post it or save it. So this document has been created or posted. Now we can check the FI documents of this posting. Execute this. Click on document info, FI documents. So accounting document and material ledger. Two documents has been created. We will check material ledger. See, 43 units have been deducted. Now we will check the stock levels. We have to check in this plant because we are transferring from this plant to the plant A, plant B to plant A. See, it has been deducted from this plant. Now the next step is we will receive the inventory by using the movement type 305 in receiving plant. \n mygo. Let me check. Transfer posting. Movement type is 305. Press enter. Enter the receiving plant. Our receiving plant was 1120. No, this is material number. We are receiving in plant B. Press enter. Storage location STO3. Quantity was 43 units. Storage location STO3. Check. Enter here. Plant number A. No check. It's okay. Now the document has been posted. Now we will check the stock levels. It came back to plant A. Now the third step is, or the third process is, we can check the documents like AD4, FI documents. Third type of process of transfer posting, stock transfer order is, we will create like PO by using a document type UB, and then we will do MyGo, and after by using movement type 351, and we'll check the stock in transit, and after that we will receive the goods in receiving plants. So here are the three steps. First step is to create PO. Second step is goods issue using this movement type. And the third step is goods receive. So let's start. Backslash n. We will create PO using T code ME21N. Here the document type will be UB. Stock transfer order. Here you see supplying plant, from which plant we are transferring the stock. So we will check the inventory levels. So we will transfer like 20 units from plant A to plant B. So the supplying plant will be plant A 1110. 1110 is plant A. Purchase organization is 111. Purchase group is 115. company code is 1150. So the material number is this one. PO quantity 20 units. Delivery date. Plant. Here we have entered the supplying plant. And in this field, we will enter the receiving plant. Receiving plant is plant B 1120. So you have to remember where you are putting the receiving plant and where you are putting the supplying plant. Storage location STO3. Now press enter. So all the data is okay. We don't need to enter anything else. We will check this and save this view. So this purchase order number has been created. Copy and save this. We have to save this for further use. Now we have created the PO using the document type UB, and we have entered supplying plant, and also we have entered the receiving plant number. So now the second step is we will do MyGo and goods issue using the movement type 351. MyGo. Goods issue. We have placed a purchase order. That's why we are going to issue goods from supplying plant. This is our purchase order number, and the movement type was 351. Press enter. So all the details have been taken by the system. We have ordered 20 units. So these are shown here. Enter storage location. So check the data. And now post it or save it. So this document has been created. Copy and save this. Now we will check the stock in transit. So the T code is MB5T. Open another screen. Use the T code MB 5D. So this is our material number, and what was our supplying plant? 1110 220. Let me check. No. See, in transit stock is 20 units. We have ordered 20 units and we have issued 20 units. Now it's showing in stock in transit. So the next step is that was receiving plant 1120, plant B. Now we will do goods received at receiving plant. We can change from here. This is my go screen. Goods received. And here we will enter our purchase order number that we have saved here. Copy. Paste, and a movement type is 101. Press enter. So all the details have been fetched by the system. 20 units and plant B. Material quantity. What quantity we are receiving? 20 units. If we enter here like 18 units, 15 units, so the only that will be entered in our stock. But I'm entering the complete quantity which I have ordered. So all the details have been entered. Check the data. Document is okay, and now post or save. Always save your transactions. Transaction numbers. Now we will check the stock levels. We will refresh this. There should be 20 units difference. See, 20 units have been deducted from plant A. This is plant B. So 20 units have been added in its unrestricted stock. So all three processes I have shown you. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Just to recap, Rabia, which are the three processes you have covered? Just recap it.
I have done one-step transfer, stock transfer movement type with 301 only in one step. This is basically transfer posting. I have used transfer posting movement type 301 and transferred the stock from one plant to another plant. And
one one plant to another plant. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then
These all three steps are intra-company,
within the company code. Okay.
within the company, uh,
Yeah.
company, or with like
Code.
one
Company.
plant to another plant,
Yeah.
plant to plant. And the second one is a two-step transfer, stock transfer, like I have used MyGo movement
Yeah.
type 303. And in the second step, I have used movement type 305 in MyGo, and I have entered the receiving plants.
Okay.
So I have, in this step, I have moved the stock from one plant, and in this step, I have received the a stock in other plant.
What is the advantage of
Using,
two-step? What is the advantage of two-step?
sir, advantage is basically here are two steps. Like if the receiving plant receive we transfer 100 units and receiving plant is receiving 90 units, we can enter there. This is the basic like benefit. In one step, we don't have option to enter the stock by our like.
Yeah.
It is transferred in one step only. So what we enter, it will at the time it will be transferred.
Yeah.
And in this step,
stock and yeah. Please continue.
In this step,
yeah.
Yes. Have you got it? Like if we enter 100 units, we are sending 100 units, and we are receiving, if we are receiving 90 units or 95 units, if there are 5 units are damaged in quality inspection, we can reduce them.
Yeah, and stock in transit is also important. Yeah, in the two-step you can see.
In third step, we can check the stock in transit. So it will be shown in here in this step, in which we create PO, and after that we issue the goods from the supplying plant. It's from its storage location, and then we check the stock in transit by using this T code, and after that we will receive the goods at receiving plant. So basically, if you are working in one plant, you don't have to do this goods receipt at receiving plant. You will do only create a purchase order, and then you will do goods issue. And after that, you can check the stock in transit. The receiving plant, if someone is like working, the system of the other plant is separate or something else, they can like use these documents and enter the receiving, what they have received.
Exactly.
Maybe that's basically, sir, the warehouse guys will check the receiving, what they are receiving, like how much quantity they are receiving, and like this, they will quality inspect or something. They will make a document and then inform the person who is going to enter the data into the system.
Very good. Yeah.
So all these steps are done, and now I think I have to complete the RFQ process.
Yeah. You want to do it today, or you want to do it next time?
Sir, I want to complete it today.
Okay, please do it. Yeah. Okay.
So the next topic is request for quotation, RFQ, in SAP S/4HANA. It is a process in which when we haven't selected the vendor for a material, and we have more than one options of vendors, then we will send our request for quotation to all 2 or 3 vendors. It can be 3, 4, maybe 5. So we can send our request for quotation to all 3 vendors, and they will send us their quotations, and then we will maintain the quotation in the system. The prices they will send us, we will enter in the system, and then we will compare the prices what they have offered us, and we will select the vendor.
Mhm.
And when we have selected the vendor, then we can create a contract with him, like quantity contract or value contract or scheduling agreement. It will depend on the scenario. Or just we will want to buy him from one time. Then the first step always is, after selecting the vendor, we will create purchase info record. After creating purchase info record, we can create, add all those vendors in source list, and we can fix one vendor which we have selected. So all these processes we have done in the class. Today I will show you the process RFQ, which was pending from the last
Mhm. Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks. So in this process, first we will create a purchase requisition, and then we will send it to the two vendors, vendor 1 and vendor 2. After that, the supplier will send us quotations, and we will maintain the quotation, and we will compare the prices, and we will select the vendor, and we will create PIR. So these all will be steps in RFQ. So I will use the material number, this one, and 20964, and two suppliers, 60215 and 60216. These two suppliers and this material. And here are the steps. Step 1 is determination of requirements. So purchase requisition. That is our this material 20964 ME51N. Let me close the
So 2 supplier and 2 material.
one material. I will use only
Oh,
one
one
material.
material. One material. Okay.
Let me delete this one.
Okay. Yeah.
For one material, there are two vendors. So we
Mhm.
will select which vendor give us the best price or best
Yeah.
service. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Maybe this supplier gives us like a good price, but this vendor is giving us good service.
Yeah.
So we will select this. It will depend on only our on our decision. ME51N.
Yeah.
I'm going to create purchase requisition.
Yeah.
Document type is NB for purchase requisition. I will not check this mark
Yeah.
because I have to send the RFQ, request for quotation.
Yeah.
Here we can enter.
समीर ये बैंड देख रहा है, स्ट्रेच बैंड.
यस सर.
इसको रख लेना अपने टेबल में. जब भी
क्यों?
कब काम करते करते दर्द होगा ना बैक में, अपर बैक, so you can just do like this few times. Yeah. It's a good exercise.
करेक्ट. पूरे दिन बैठने का तो यही हो गया.
वही इसको ऐसे से कर लेना थोड़ा सा, तो क्या होता है कि पीठ में
So,
जो है ना दर्द कम हो जाती है.
material, I have entered material number. The quantity which we have required is 1000 units. And delivery date should be 30th of April. In which plant, like plant B, 1120. Storage location STO3. Purchasing group is 115. Requisitioner. Purchase org is 111. I think it's enough info. So press enter. So its price is $12, which we have entered while creating material in MM01. So now we will save the, we are not going to enter anything else because we have to send it to the vendors. Save this. Copy and save here. Now the next step is creating RFQ by using the T code ME41. \n ME41.
Mushfiq, this is important topic for you, RFQ sourcing process. In your
So here we will select
Yes,
RFQ
yeah.
type. So we will select always AN RFQ. Language E is EN and today's date and deadline, which we are going to receive the quotations from the vendors, like on 15th of April. The vendors should send us quotations. This is the deadline. Purchase organization is 111. Purchase group is 115. So we have created the purchase requisition reference to the purchase requisition. Click here. And I think this is our purchase requisition number 498 in the end. Yes. Click OK. So it has picked up the purchase requisition. Select this and adopt these details. Now you can enter the reminders to the vendor, like 1 day, after 1 day, and after 2 days. 2 days. Press enter. Here you select this and enter the supplier address or vendors from which you are going to send this RFQ. So we will use the supplier number 1, this one. Press enter. So all the data have been fetched by the system of this vendor. Its delivery address, its contact, its email. Now we will save this. So this RFQ has been created. RFQ number. Copy this and save this. I should save here because it's the RFQ number of this supplier, supplier number 1. Now I will enter the second supplier. Copy this number and enter it here. Press enter. So all the data of this supplier have been taken. And save this. You can send it at a time as many vendors as you have. Like you can send it to 5 vendors, 3 vendors, 10 vendors, one by one. You just have to enter the vendor number. Control C and save this RFQ. Let me enter purchase requisition number here. Okay, now we have in first step we have created purchase requisition, and in second step we have created RFQ and sent to the vendors. So these 2 numbers has been generated according to these supplier numbers. Now in third step, maintain quotations. Like we will enter the prices which the vendors have sent us. So we will use the T code ME47. ME47. So let me check RFQ number like 84 and 85. First, we will enter RFQ number 84 and press enter. So here we will enter the price. Like this vendor is giving us 1000 quantity in a price of 11. Press enter. Save this. So it has been maintained for the one supplier, and for the other supplier the number was 84 RFQ number. Let me check. Yeah, no, I have maintained the RFQ 84 first. Now I will maintain 285. So this vendor is going to charge us $13 per unit. Press enter and log this. Enter this and save this. So it has also maintained the same number. Quotation for RFQ number, this one has been maintained. Now, the next step is price comparison. So we will use T code ME49. ME49. Purchase organization is purchasing organization is 111, and we have to enter the quotation numbers. So the first one is and the second one is 85. execute this. So see here, the prices which the vendors have sent us and we have maintained are visible here. Like this vendor 60215 has given us $11 price per unit, and the vendor 2 has like given us 13. So which vendor we will select according to price? Definitely we will select vendor number 60215 because it's giving us like a good price. So basically this is the process of creating RFQ. The next steps are we have already done, like we have to create after this, after selecting this vendor, we have to create PIR first, purchase info record, by using a T code ME11, which I have done many times in the class in previous lectures. And after that, if you want to buy at like at the same time, we can.
How you select, Rabia? Rabia, how you select after ME49? ME40, how
So
you
we have used the T code ME47 for
To
price
switch.
comparison. ME49 for price comparison, and for quotation we have used maintaining quotation ME47. For creating RFQ we have used ME41.
Okay,
So these main three T codes are important to create RFQ and maintain it, and for price comparison. And this is the basically process of selecting the vendor, best vendor for our material. So when we have compared the prices, so we have selected this vendor 60215. So now we can create, we want to go further with this supplier. We want to
how
buy
you
from this.
select it? How you select?
Sir, it has given us $11 per
No,
unit price. And
no, I know that part. I know. I'm
yes,
saying in system how you are selecting, in system how the system knows that 284 is selected.
Sir, system is not going to tell us that you have to select this. This is our decision.
There is a ranking.
It's a ranking. We can check the rank, but if I have mentioned that if this vendor is going to like have sent us some document that he's going to give us like free delivery or something like this, and it's lead time is short from this vendor, so we need urgently, then we will select this vendor. So it will depend on business scenario, but for the price comparison we will select this one.
Got it. Thank you. Yeah, then what we have?
Sir, it's over, I think, because these all steps I have already done.
So the RFQ process is all good, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we covered a lot today, Ravia. Thank you very much. Yeah, you definitely
Okay,
come well prepared. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, let me take over then. Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. We'll cover a few points, but overall, Vishwa, very good. You all like it, the demo? Yes. Yeah.
End to end.
Very good demo. Very good demo. Okay, so what I was about to do here is Ravi, you will stay or you want to go? How's your situation there?
Sir, I want to go.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. Gaurav. Thank you.
I see the recording. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Gaurav. Good afternoon. Okay. So let me share my screen here. This side. I want to share my screen this side first. Let me share my screen here. Side. So a lot going on the other side. Let me know you see my screen. Yeah, you can see my screen. Yeah, okay, good. So this is topic I want to just go through this one quickly. Source determination. Okay, this is good. So source determination. What happened here is that we have covered the topics related to that, so it's easy to understand what is source determination in S/4HANA. Source, what is a source here? Source is a vendor. So how SAP will select a vendor for you? This is definitely in Samir in IBP also. Yeah, when it's running the heuristics and all, it's trying to select a source. So definitely it goes through some priorities inside HANA. It's not a one-to-one thing there. So the list is this one. We have learned all these things: purchase info record, source list, contract, scheduling agreement, quota arrangement. That's why this topic comes after we have covered all these topics. And then charger लगाना तो charger नहीं laptop का. And then you all know what is the source of supply is. Source determination, as I said, when we run MRP, either you run in HANA or you run in IBP heuristics and all. Then definitely you need to know the supplier to be assigned to a purchase requisition or to a purchase order. So this is the priority. The first priority is always goes to, it starts from top. The first priority goes to quota arrangement. Yeah, if the quota arrangement is there, we all know now, we have covered this topic, quota arrangement, how you allocate the quota to different suppliers. Yeah, so it's a quota arrangement. So first priority goes to quota arrangement, then source list, then scheduling agreement, then contracts, and in the last is the info record. Yeah, I will give this whole slide deck is about more than 286 slides. This is a very good slide deck I got from the YouTube. I took a screenshots of that guy. It's a very good one. I requested him. He said, no, I'm not going to send you the original slide deck. I said, then okay, I'm going to take a screenshot then because I like your slides. Yeah, it's very good slide he has done. Okay, so this is the way it goes. So we have learned all these things, so that's not the topic. I just want to make sure you understand at least one thing related to source determination, which is this slide. How the source is determined. Mushfiq, that interview question, how the source is determined. What is source determination? Is a process that allows the buyer to discover the most suitable source of supply. Yeah, and how it is done in HANA, it goes with the priority from quota arrangement to source list to scheduling agreement to contract, and the last is the info record. Okay, it follows this priority from the top to bottom. Okay, now you understood. Now this is the topic Ravi was covering. There are a few things I want to make sure you understand here. The difference between transfer posting and physical stock transfer. What is the difference now? Anybody? Vishwa, Musfiq. What is the difference between transfer posting and physical stock transfer? This word. You see that transfer posting. Stock transfer is of two types. Transfer posting and stock transport. You see? STO. What is STO? STO is stock transport order. Yeah, it's not stock transfer order. It's stock transport. Agree? This STO is a stock transport. And here the transfer. So always remember, this is very confusing for somebody new in HANA. They say, oh, it's a stock transfer. No, stock transfer is two types. One is transfer posting and second is physical stock transfer, and STO belongs to this category, which is stock transport order. So in the transfer posting, when you say stock to stock, like material to material, what is going on here? The stock type is changing. It's like from unrestricted to blocked, from blocked to unrestricted, like all those things you have already seen the demo. Yeah, like when you're changing the status of the stock from one stock type to another stock type, all these movement types, the goods movement types are there. This is very good diagram. You can remember that. So when it is changing the stock status or stock type, then you know that this is basically going on transfer posting. Physically, Samir, any stock is moving physically in the warehouse when you do this? You change from block to unrestricted like this. Anything happened physically? The physical stuff sitting in the warehouse, did it moved physically or not in this screen? No, it doesn't move. Yes, it's just a status change. Yeah, just a status change happened. No physical movement has happened here, and still it is known as stock transfer. Yeah, still transfer, but stock transfer of the type, transfer posting. Always remember. Well, material to material, like you have one material which has covered this product life cycle, Samir, and now you are introducing another material to take over that SKU. So you want all the stock sitting in that material to go to the next material SKU number. Yeah, you're moving the things from one place to another. You want this SKU to take over, and whatever the old stock maybe you had, you want that also be assigned to the new number. You want to take out the old SKU, whatever. So then this is again, the physically is not moving, but the status is changing. In this case, the status is changing from one SKU number to another SKU. Yeah, understood. Consignment to warehouse, Mushfiq, how you explain this consignment to warehouse? Why it is a transfer posting?
The material is already in the the locations. It's just getting moved from one type of, which is consignment is the incoming one, right? Which is just arrived, and it's just moving to the physical warehouse. So consignment can be on hold for different reason. When it's processed, then it's transferred to warehouse, something like that.
See here, all these three, there is no physical movement happening here. Okay, you see, there's a transfer posting. Mushfiq, you understood the way I was explaining? The status is changing, the material number is changing. Here, as Afifa mentioned in the message, here the ownership is changing. What is changing here?
Ownership.
Agree? The stock is still there in the bin. The only thing, it is no longer a supplier stock. It becomes a company
Factory stock. Yes.
Agree? Factory stock. Yes, because we change the ownership when we do the consignment to warehouse. Then we do what we do. We change the ownership. Yeah. So we have a material to material. Then we have all this consignment. So all these movement types, that you do all these movement types. What do? You change the consignment to warehouse. You're changing the ownership only, no physical movement. I agree. And there is a movement type for that. Yes. Okay. Now go to the other one, physical stock transfer. Here you are moving physically the stock from one location to another location. Okay. It can be within the same plant, from one storage location to another storage location. Yeah, because this is HANA without the EWM. Yeah, that's why it talks about storage location to storage location. But when you get the EWM also, it's already embedded in HANA. But if you activate that, then what happens? The storage location gets connected to the bin number. Okay. So inside one storage location, there can be many bins also possible if you get the EWM activated. Agree? So then it will be from one bin to another bin. Okay. It will be one bin from, but physically it is moving. The important part is physically it is moving within the same plant, or from one plant to another plant within the same company code, or from one plant to another plant with a different company code. like from India to US, yeah, or within India from Kolkata to Mumbai, or within Mumbai from this particular bin location to that bin location or storage location, whatever, within the same warehouse, within the same company code, or within the same company. This is known as the last one is known as intercompany, and this one, the plant to plant, is known as intra-company. Okay, so what Rabia was showing the demo was the intra-company. They all belong to the same company code. Yeah, the company code she was using was 1150. Okay, so all the things she was showing was for the 1150. Okay, company code. So you understood now is that she showed the demo of all these ones. I don't know whether I've seen this ones, not this one, but at least she covered some sample of this one, and this one she covered. She covered this also. Yeah, she has not covered the intercompany, but she has covered anything the intra-company she has covered in the demo. Yeah, this is not covered. I will cover this demo of the intercompany part. Okay. Okay, good. So now you understood that you can change the status. This is known as transfer posting. Yeah. Then material, I told you what is the material to material means. Yeah. Okay. Then you have yeah, it should have the same unit of measure. You cannot change the material number this to material number this, and one is in liters and second is in inches. You cannot do that. The both has to be in inches, or they both have to be in liters. Yeah. Okay. One step and two step process. She has shown that demo that you are moving this from one location to another location. Yeah. So now what you are doing is that you can do a one-step process. Like this is definitely a movement type. You have a movement type for that. This is a one-step process. You see, 311. You're moving from one storage location to another storage within the same plant. Very important. But you go to MyGo, you do 311. You move the stock from this location to this location. Yes, that's the it's going. Now this is known as what? This is the physical movement going on. When you are using these movement types, you are moving from one storage location to another storage location. Yeah. But if you go back to this slide, see this plant, this, yeah, storage location ABC. Within the storage location ABC here, you are moving these things. You're not moving anything. You are just changing the status from blog to quality, but the storage location is exactly same, ABC. Understood, Mushfiq? The storage location is same. The plant is same. Only thing changing is the status. Okay, the stock type.
Yes.
Okay, but if you go to this one, I like this slide because that's why I somebody did a very good job, and I definitely told him also. He will watch my YouTube video and say, "Oh, Tosif, I didn't give you the original, but I like you, man. I'm telling your name also here." Santosh. His name is Santosh. Very good. Watch his YouTube video. Okay, thank you, Santosh. Okay, so what I'm saying here is that yeah, here you see within the plant, same plant, you are moving from one storage location to another. Yeah, that's important. That is known as the stock transfer. Physical movement is happening. Okay, then you can have, you see, the advantage I was asking Rabia also that time is the advantage. You will say, then why you are doing two step, one step, like why SAP is crazy like that? No, if you want to get a visibility on the receiving side, that stock in transfer, you see, like when you go MMBE and then you can say unrestricted, blocked, on order, blah, blah. There you have stock in transfer also. Okay, I will show you that stock and transfer. So in the receiving location, if you can see that while it is not received by like you've done 311 movement, 313 movement type in MyGo, then the stock left this place and it still is so-called within the same plant, maybe it's a big warehouse, and then you're moving the stock from north location to the south location. Maybe it takes a full day or at least 2-3 hours. But if you don't want those 2-3 hours, where is the stock and what happened and all those things, then you should do a 2-step process. Okay, Mushfiq? Because what happened, the problem with 1-step process, this one, is immediately it shows up here, and then you go there, somebody goes, you generate a pick slip, and he goes to find a stock here, and it says, oh, it is not here, but it's showing in the system, it is there. Why it is the problem, Mushfiq? Why it is not showing? Because in the 1-step process, it's already showing here. System, yeah? But the physically is taking 2 hours to get there. Yeah? The warehouse guys are taking it and putting it and taking on, go for lunch, come back, blah, blah, So they take their time. Yeah, agree? They take their time. Yeah. So the 1-step is good if it is fast. Moving the stock from this to here is not going to take much time. So let me do the 1-step. But if it takes time, then definitely do the 2-step process, so that the visibility shows up in the system on the receiving location, saying, hey, it's stock in transfer. Means it is somewhere in between the 2 locations. Agree? Somewhere in the trolley. Okay. Then you do the 315 to get the stock here. Once you physically see, then okay, let me do 315 and get. Everybody following me? This nuances of the stock transfer, stock transport, like it's just a little bit confusing, but I think you will get this point here. Okay. Now you have between the two plants, you understood 1-step, 2-step, and then the stock transport order without delivery and with the delivery. She showed you the one which is this one, stock transport order without delivery. She created a PO and all, that was a without delivery. So now 3 process here you see. So this is, she has shown stock transfer order, this one. One is without outbound delivery. She has shown this demo. But another one is with outbound delivery, and third one is with billing document. Yeah. So how much detail you want to go? If you want to create an outbound delivery or document also, yeah, is between the plants, okay, between 2 plants. So if you're moving from Kolkata to Mumbai, and then you say, hey, I want to create an outbound delivery document and all those, and then then it will be used there to send it to to Mumbai guys to say, hey, this is the documents you need, all those packing slip, blah, blah. Okay, so then you go with outbound delivery, yeah. And then if it is between the 2 plants, maybe they say I need to see the billing document also. So then you need to create a billing document also, yeah. So there is a possibility of doing all that, so which I will show you in the demo. Yeah, there's a possibility of doing all that. Just remember, without outbound delivery, with outbound delivery, and with outbound delivery, and the billing document. All the 3 scenarios are possible in the stock movement from plant to plant. Okay. Okay. So then stock transfer, this is done. This is done. I want to show you that is done. Yeah, without the delivery, this is the one without the delivery. Without the delivery, did she showed you this one? I didn't. I was looking at some cloud stuff. Did she show the SPRO stuff? I don't remember she has shown or not. No, don't remember. Okay, don't worry. Okay, she has shown this stuff. I think without delay, this process she has shown. ME21 and this one. Yeah, MB5. Afifa, she has shown this diagram. Yeah, you remember? I think she has shown this demo. Yeah. Yeah, she has shown this demo. So then it is the bit, this is the intra-company STO and it's inter-company, two company codes also. So then we have, this is intra-company, she has shown that intra-company, one step, two step, and this is the inter-company. This is the one I will show the demo sometime this week. This is much more detailed level. This is now inter-company STO, stock transport order. Intra-company means from one company code to another company code, like one company code may be India, another company code may be US. So shipment is going from India to US, then it will be known as inter-company STO. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to show the demo of this part, inter-company STO. And you see here, these are the steps we will follow for that one. The one thing here, because this is going the intercompany means that one is selling to the other. Yeah, so if India company code wants to ship to the US company code, some plant in US company code, then the India becomes the seller and US company code becomes the buyer. Okay, so what will happen is that we in the business partner where we have learned how to create suppliers, BP. So in the BP we have to create the India plant, which is under the India company code as a seller organization. In the BP, I will show we have to do that. Yeah, we have to create a customer master using the plant of the India company code, because we have to represent that plant in the India company code, that particular plant, maybe a Mumbai plant. So as a customer master, we have to create that, okay, in a BP. So I will show that. And then the US one who is buying that, yeah, that's the buyer part. Yeah. So now you know. Hey, no, sorry. So if the US is getting it, US become the customer. So US have to create as a customer master, the US, because US is buying. And then the selling organization is your India. So India has to create the vendor master for its plant. Yeah. So India plant, Mumbai plant becomes the vendor master in the BP, and this one, the US one, becomes the customer master. So we have to create those two in BP, using BP. And because the India is a vendor master, we have to create that vendor master using the BPT code. Then we have to also set up the sales organization and all that thing, because it's selling or is a vendor master, but it's a selling organization also in SAP. Agree? So you need to create this division, sales organization, distribution channel, shipping point, all these four. What are these four, Mushfiq? These are four. What is this for? These are the part of the enterprise structure. Yeah. These are the part of the enterprise structure. This fourth configuration you see, the first four, they are the enterprise structure. Not even four, the five also. Assign sales org to company code. Assign distribution channel to sales org. Assign division to sales org. Set up sales area, sales org, distribution channel, division. Assign sales org, distribution channel and plant. Assign shipping point to plant. Define common distribution channel. Define common division, shipping point determination, create BP. From 1 to 13, or let's say, forget the 13, 1 to 12. What are these 1 to 12 steps? These are all the enterprise structure, part of the enterprise structure to create a sales organization. Understood? This is part of the enterprise structure to create what?
Yes.
Yeah. So this from 1 to to what is that I said you before. From 1 to 12, this is like this course is focused on MM module. Yes, MM module, because that's why we are creating. And the whole enterprise structure we learned is company code, plant, storage location, then purchasing organization and strategic and all that. So we learn all the enterprise structure we covered as part of the core MM module. Okay. But this one from 1 to 13, 1 to 12, this belongs to the SD module of HANA. Okay. Sales and distribution, SD module. Okay. SD module, when you learn that, I have covered in my previous class. Yes, Afifa, we covered this in the last class. This is in your project report also, Afifa. All these things we covered in the last batch. Yeah. Yeah, so we covered all these ones. I can show you that, or I can share the recording also. So this is where, because is the intercompany sales going on, we need to create that India company code, that plant. We need to set up the whole sales organization for that plant so that it can sell to the US. Okay, that's why 1 to 12 is all about that. 13 onwards, we are setting up this one. You see, the BP, we are setting up the vendor and the customer and assign to plants. Yeah, this is the Mumbai plant will become a vendor. The US will become a customer. So we are going to say Mumbai is a plant as a vendor, and we are assigning the US plant as a customer inside the Mumbai plant. We're going to assign it. So we're going to say, hey, this is the US plant number, put it under the BP as one of the customer for this particular vendor. So we're going to assign it. So that's what the step 14 is. Then define shipping data for the plant. That is again going back to this side here. This is all we learn shipping data and all those things. Then configure delivery type. This is again for the Mumbai plant. And then we are going to do in the end 1 step or 2 step. That's the last. And we create the STO and we are done. So you see that the most of the configuration heavy. That's why people don't do this in the MM module. They try to avoid this MM module, this intercompany, because what happened is that in the intercompany MM module, most of the configuration is related to setting up the sales organization. Agree? Is very few from 13 to 18 is what the related to the stock transfer is. Yeah, but mostly it is going in the sales org. Okay, so I'm going to show you that one, but I'm just trying to make sure you understand what is intercompany between the two company codes, and why we have to set up the whole enterprise structure first before we go and create an STO, because creating an STO is step number 18, not step number 1. That's why I want to show you that the why. If you say, oh, let's create an STO. No, you cannot create an STO. You have to first configure the whole sales organization for that Mumbai plant. Everybody understood now? Hopefully you understand. Yeah. So I have all these documents, the supplying plant and the receiving plant. You see the company code. Yeah, I have all those Excel documents, everything I have. I will share with you all, so you can easily do that. And I will show you a demo also. You see the supplying plant, company plant, this is the supplying plant, this is the receiving plant, this is the company code. See, 2 different company codes, and XY20 belongs to this company code, this, and then storage location, and then purchasing. Or you have to do, make sure what you first do this one, and then you create all these things in the enterprise structure, and then you come to do the STO part of it. Okay, so this is the intercompany STO 2-step process, assuming we have done all this configuration of enterprise structure and all that thing, and the business partner, everything we have done. Now STO intercompany 2-step process is basically saying that, hey, let's create an STO. Yeah, ME21N is STO. Exactly, we create STO. Okay, we create an STO. We use the document type NB. Yeah, NB. We create an STO here, or if it is an MRP, like for the case of Samir for IBP, you don't do that. When heuristics run, in IBP, it creates a stock transport requisitions, and stock transport requisitions come here. That's it. And that stock transport requisition, it shows up, and then it's converted into STO in HANA. Yeah. So you convert an STR into an STO. STR is generated by IBP. It comes here. You convert that into an STO here, and now after that the process is exactly same. Only thing what happened in IBP, Samir, is that it generates an STR, and then it comes here. We convert the STR into STO, and then we follow exactly the process after that one in HANA. Yeah, this is the execution. It starts from here. So now you convert it into STO here, and then you do an outbound delivery from your Mumbai plant. You do a post good issue in your Mumbai plant, and then you do a receive where? In the US plant. Yeah, okay, Mushfiq, no problem. It's only 5 minutes. We are closing here. So we do a goods receipt in your US plant, okay, another company code, and then you create an STO invoice. So you're sending the invoice. Who is sending the invoice? The Mumbai plant is sending the invoice to the US plant. Yeah, so that's the invoice VF01. The invoice part is that. Yeah, so this is the process we follow. That's it. Any question on this? Understanding the concept of intercompany two-step stock transport order process. Anything you say that I didn't got this point? Okay. There's another document I have which is very easy to understand, which is this one. I will share all that in the Google Drive. So the slide deck, this one. So here you see, like, you can easily understand from here, creating a supplier plant as a vendor, creating a receiving plant as a customer. Okay, so that's you. I already told you. If a Mumbai plant is a supplier, you have to create as a vendor. Where you do all that? In SAP HANA, in BP, same thing. Only thing you're changing a role, the role as a vendor or role as a customer. Okay, you're changing there, but the BP is a BP. Okay, so you got that understood now. That's a master data. Then the configuration starts. Yeah, this is all the configuration of document type, setting up the stock transport, shipping data, checking rule, and all that thing. And once that configuration is done, then you are doing an intercompany purchase order, which is, you write here purchase order because you use ME21N. That's say is a purchase order, but basically it's not a purchase order. It is a stock transport order. Okay, it is a stock transport order. We call it as a, sometimes people call it a purchase order, but don't worry, it is a stock transport order, STO. You create an STO here, but the T code is exactly same, ME21N. Okay, so don't get confused. Once you're done with that, then I show you in the flow diagram. You create an outbound delivery, you post good issue you create an outbound delivery, then you do a PGI. PGI is what? Post goods issue. That's what the warehouse guys does. That it means the shipment is out now from the warehouse, and then goods received where? In the receiving plant, goods received. Okay, and then once the goods is received, then done. You're done with the process. So this document is 19-page document. Very good. It shows step by step this stock transport order intra-company. You see that creating a supplying plant. We don't use XK01 in HANA. We use BP. BPT code is used for all that. If you even type XK01, then it still is going to take you to BP. I will show you that. Okay, so don't worry. It will jump you to the BP. Then you will come to the same screen of the BP screen, and then you going to set this up as the supplier, the vendor plant. Yeah, you set it as a vendor plant here. Okay, so this is the vendor plant. Then you go to the other one, the receiving plant. Yeah, this is the receiving plant. You don't have to do this guy. You do BP here again. Both in HANA, everything is BP. Customer, vendor, everything is BP. Okay, you go to there. You change the role as a customer, and you set up these things. We'll see in the next class all that setting up. So now you have set up in the BP, you have set up the vendor, you have set up the plant as a vendor, you have set up the plant as a customer. Okay, okay, very good. Now the document type is, the document type is is, if you're going within the same company code is UB. If you are using intra-company, then use the document type NB. That's recommended by SAP, but nobody stops you, But this is where the differentiation comes. Sometimes you say, hey, I'm using document type UB for same intra-company, and I'm using document type NB for inter-company. Just make sure you use different document types so that when you run up reports, it is clearly, you can filter from your document type saying, I want to see all the intercompany transactions. You can filter by the document type. Okay. Set up the stock transport order. Yeah, this is all the steps we have here. We'll show in SAP that SPRO. There are few steps inside that set up, and it is under the purchasing. So you need to learn the configuration under that one. And it is under the purchasing, purchase order, and this is all here. 5-6 steps there. We'll cover in the next class. Define the shipping data for plants. That's the one step. The second step is all easy step. You just go there and enter your customer plant number and all that. Then checking rule is standard, is for the ATP check going on, available to promise check and all that. So it's standard, nothing much for you to worry about the checking rule and all, because it's all about the availability check of the stock. If the stock is available, you don't have to worry. You see the availability check going on here. Yeah, so don't worry about that. Then assign delivery type and checking rule. Now you are connecting all that together, delivery type and all that. That also is standard in SAP. And now you are assigning the document type and supplying plant and the document type of that. So you're connecting all the plants together here. Yeah, this is assignment going on. And then define the allocation type for STO. And you are going here and you have a document type, supplying plant, and this is the AR automatic run of the allocation. Okay, so that's good. And now you go into the transaction. Your configuration is all done. Create an intercompany purchase order, exactly ME21N. I told you it is that's why people call purchase order, but you should call intercompany stock transport order, STO. Yeah, you go to ME21, you create but what you will enter here on the top, here you will enter what? The supplying plant, like a Mumbai plant number here. And what you will enter here? Here you will enter the receiving plant, the US plant. Agree? This is different company code. That is different company code. This is the vendor, who becomes a vendor now? The Mumbai plant becomes a vendor. So the plant will come here, and the US plant is the customer getting the shipment from Mumbai. So the US plant will come here, and they both belong to different company codes. Everybody understood the difference here? Exactly same ME21N, but here we are not typing any vendor. It's an intercompany stock transfer. So we are typing the supplying plant here and the receiving plant here. Okay. Hope you all got it. And when you have done the configuration correct, then this tab will open. Shipping tab will open up. It will have all the details about the shipments. Okay. So that is the confirmation that you are doing correct. Then you create an outbound delivery from your Mumbai plant. You do the outbound delivery VL10B. All these things, enterprise structure of the sales organization and outbound delivery, shipping determination, they are not in the course of module. I'm telling you again and again, because this is an intercompany, 70 or 80% of the stuff we are doing now or seeing now, they all belong to SD module. Yeah, I have taken SD module and I have done SD module, so I know. The first course I did in SAP is SD module. 2009 I did that. So when you study SD module, they're going to teach you all that thing: outbound delivery, shipment determination, loading zone. All that thing comes under the shipping point. All that come under the SD module. Okay. But, why we don't learn in module? Because we are getting the stuff from where? From the supplier. We are not delivering anything. We are receiving. So module, the scope is what? Source to pay. Source to pay. That's it. Or inside the source to pay, we have procure to pay. Yeah. But overall is source to pay. Yeah. RFQ is part of that. And then if you have already a vendor is available, then it becomes a P2P. If vendor is not available, you become S2P. source to pay. But we never think about shipping out something because module is all about purchasing, procurement, sourcing. Agree? So this is all you are seeing here now. They are not part of module. They are part of SD module. But in this particular use case, you are learning this one. Okay. VL10B. Afifa, we did all that in the last class. Yeah. In the last batch, we did all this. Yeah. Outbound delivery, inbound delivery. We did all that thing. Yeah. Background thing. Yeah. We have done all that thing. So we click on this double bus and it creates the outbound delivery. Yeah. You got that one. And now you go and check in MMVE, whether it is going out or not. Yeah. And then you have you go other side and you receive it. See, ATP check is going on. And this post good issue, this is where the outbound delivery is created, but still the shipment is still the stock is sitting in the warehouse. You have to do a PGI, post good issue, VL102, and you do a post good issue. Then only the stock leaves your warehouse, PGI. Now you are in the other side, the US plant. Here you are doing a simple MyGo 101. Simple MyGo 101 to receive, and you are referring here what? The STO number. You're referring an STO number, and you are receiving that stock in your plant, and that completes the whole process. This is a very good document. I like it. I'm going to share with you. So both of that I'm going to share with you. This document, this has a 286 slide. Keep it for your reference. It's a very good one. And then this is also a good one. Another one I will, this is coming from here. I already shared with you this important links. So there are two links here. I have kept it as part of the stock transport. One is the stock transport order, this one. The second is the intra-company STO. You see, these are the two links here. So make sure you check those two links here. All these are very, very important links. You know, if you're learning this, make sure, because if it is very, very good content, then only I have included it here. So if you go to the first link, this is what the first link looks like. So very detailed steps with the screenshots. You see, this is the stock transport order process. This is very good with the diagrams and all that. Whatever I've explained, you can follow now on your own also. Yeah, receiving plant and steps to follow to configure and all that. Exactly same thing you saw in the other one. Here you have much more screenshots and all things. So it is much easier for you to follow how is the PGI done and exactly your SPRO. This one, we'll see all that in the next class. I will show you a demo of that. But it's very easy to follow. If you have a document, something like this is very easy to follow. It has all up to the end. Okay, so that's the one. See, it's all completed. Yeah. Okay. Then there's another link I shared. This is the second link. This is intra-company. This is not intra-company. This is intra-company, means within the same company code, two plants, which is a two-step process. So this is, you see here, if they want with delivery and without billing. If they want the delivery, then you have to create the enterprise structure. What I was telling you, all this is the enterprise structure of a sales organization. You need to create if they want the delivery. They don't want the delivery, that's okay. Then you can do the way Rabia was showing, that intra-company STO. Yeah, that's also possible. But if you want this to, then you have to go and create the whole enterprise structure. Then only you can do with delivery and you can do with billing also. I have another document for that, but that's all covered on the SD module. So this is all with delivery. You create all, this is all the steps we have followed in the last batch to create the enterprise structure sales organization. We have followed all these steps. We have created all that thing. So I will share with you the video, or if you want, we can do it together also. But it's very easy. It's all these steps you follow. You can create your own enterprise structure for sales organization. It's not that tough. Afifa, you have done in your project also, yeah? She's gone. Yeah, so they have done in the project report also. They have done. So this is all here. And once you're done with the sales organization, then you come and do this is what I was saying. You have to do the BP side. You see. This is the BP for the supplier. You're setting up for the supplier. This is the screenshot from the BP. Change the role. BP is, you got the company code. You're setting up here that plant. This is the plant you are setting up as a supplier. and then you are setting up the customer. See here, you change the role of a customer. You're setting up that plant, another plant under the different company code as a customer. So you're setting up, but both the T code is same, BP. Once you set up both, one as a supplier, one as a customer, then you come and here you, this is all part of the sales or enterprise structure. You come and select the division and all that in the material master. Okay, then you are ready to do the shipping point and all is SD module part. You set up all the shipping point, the shipping point determination. Then you can do the stock transfer order from, this is all I already showed. Other document also has. Then you come here, then you're creating the ME21. You see UB. You can select UB, you can select NB, but whatever you select, make sure you differentiate. When you're as a consultant, you ask the client, you want to use UB for intercompany or NB for intercompany, whatever you want, make sure you differentiate and select it. Or you want to create your own document type, ZUB and ZNB, you can do that. But make sure that they are different. For intercompany and intra-company, the document type should be different. Then you put the supplying plant here and put the receiving plant here. Exactly is showing here. Supplying plant here and the receiving plant here. This tab will open up and you can check all the configuration you have done is correct or not. And then you do exactly the outbound delivery, and outbound delivery is done. This is the outbound delivery. And then you display the document. You see that. And then you are, yeah, and it is done. This is the receiving purchase order history. You see all done. And this is the, it has been received here, GR. This is your MyGo screen. Now the receiving plant is receiving using that particular, either they can use a delivery note or they can use an STO number here, whatever they want to use. Here they are using an outbound delivery number. So it can be with reference to an outbound delivery number, then you have to enter the outbound delivery number here. Or if you want to drop down and select an STO with respect to a stock transport order, then enter the STO here. Doesn't matter. It can take from here or it can take from the STO also. 101, receive the product and it comes in your stock. That's it. So this is a little heavy process, but I hope you have understood this one. Everybody understood this process? Vishwa, understood the process? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think every project is doing different approach. I think, yeah, this is one of the things
Yeah.
I wanted today.
Oh, yeah? You're waiting
Yeah.
for this one? Yeah?
Yeah, this is some kind of approach I didn't know. Maybe.
That's very good. So this is something, that's why, when you learn all the options available, then when you go into the project, it's easy for you to participate on those discussions. Yeah.
Yes,
Because if you just know one or two way of doing it, then they say, hey, what about this? What about that? And then you scratch your head in the meeting. You say, well, I don't know why. Is it possible to do like this also? You say, yeah, we can do like this. And then you say, oh man, I missed it. Yeah. I agree. So
yes.
that's why, okay. So last thing I want to show here before we go. So here you see SPRO, material management, purchasing. Then you go to the purchase order, wherever that purchase order is, this guy here. Yeah. And then here you see the stock transfer. This one, you see, set up stock transport order. You see the word transport here is not transfer, it's transport. Okay, always remember. Yeah, it is a stock transport order because the item is physically moving. That's why it is transport. Okay. When you're using the word transfer, it can be moved, it cannot. Maybe just the status is changing, the stock type is changing. Yeah. Okay. But the word transport means yes, physically it is moving. Okay. So all the configuration related to that is sitting here. I just want to show you, and the next class we will do that. But you see all the configuration here. Define shipping data, checking rule, blah, blah, requirement. All these 5-6 things you have to do, they all are part of this configuration. Okay. So this, if you see the document and you see here and say, then it is very easy. You click here, you select your plant, whatever the plant you have, and you just do all that thing setting. You see customer number plant. You saw that screen. You have to enter the customer number here. You see all that, yeah. Yeah, that is the customer number plant. Who is the customer? Agree? So you are connecting that one. So all that we will do. Not a tough thing. If you have the right document and you know how to read the document, and then you can follow it, is very easy to practice using those things. Okay, so that's why I have kept all these things to make sure that teaching does not become complicated. Yeah, anybody can follow and do that. The main thing is understanding the business scenarios and understanding the options available in SAP and when to use which option. That is more important than following a document and clicking, checking rule done, this done, this done. Yeah, okay. समीर बंद कर रहे हैं हैं हो गया?
Yes sir, all good.
चलो यार बात करते हैं यार, वो उसका डिमांड प्लानिंग वाला है, लगाऊं कल होगा? कल है टाइम है? कल का बनाए क्या कुछ?
कल हाँ, कितने सुबह दोपहर?
रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर देता हूँ।